There's an instrumental of this. I don't know the lyrics still all that well. But hell yeah. 咲き誇のこの青い葉で背伸びして今めいつの君があなたのためこれからどうなったのこめてゆく高い木に囲まれて背伸びしが求めあの続々の端くためもう今で求めてゆくくすねた白にはもうあなたが絶えなくてもう願いの祈りもいらなくてその目が赤く染めがなる夜ならこの剣で捨てて話で見せる慣れたラララララLa la 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 la. Kusu me ta chino ni waもうあなたがいなくてもう願いの色にもいらなくてその目が赤く染めがただのようならこの剣で捨てて悲しで見せるまでだあなたを捨てているの決してつけたんでまだようなにする日までAlright, I think I'm ready to go tackle the main quest now. I believe we're about as ready can be. So without further ado, let's stop wasting our time and just do this.
X, Y, and Z. Class representing Ico. Clearly, is right on the surface. This number greatly increases as Link ascends to the Sky Island. It's also possible that this value will be able to reach a negative number, assuming that there will be underground exploration. However, the inclusion of the coordinates on the bottom of the map do sort of feel out of place. I wonder if this will really be the final game. The only reason to have something like this is if there were a quest that gave you a set of coordinates so that you could use it to find treasure or other secrets. One of the first things we see is that not a ton has changed with Hyrule's surface. I'm hoping that this is Nintendo purposely holding back information, but for now, let's talk about what we do see. First is that, while structures such as Ashika Towers and shrines have been removed, Same stables can be found in the same locations as Breath of the Wild. First is the newly peaked stable.
I'll need fast goals for Master Koga, assuming he's still changed somehow, which would suck.
A pillar of smoke is also seen from both locations.
But since I already know how to beat him, it is just all about having the right prep, as usual. Dark Army Resurrection really does just crank everything up to 11. All the difficulty related stuff. Well, Hyrule Rebalance changes some stuff as well, but that is technically part of Dark Army Resurrection as well. I'm just leaning more heavily towards it. Okay, let's... Oh,
In fact, Discord user Angelo went as far as to stitch the mini-map of the Sky Islands together, giving us a much more detailed look. One of the first things you'll notice is the blue icon, which is very similar to Breath of the Wild's Shrine icon. The only difference being a slight change in its appearance, and it closely resembles the rocks with the green sky.
You know what?
So,
let's fight a Majuga. Why the actual hell not? I'm feeling crazy. I actually can't dismount. Oh my god!
Some also have a check mark on the upper right. I don't disagree with sections are completable. Maybe collecting all the chests rewards the player with check mark. Two other icons, one which in Breath of the Wild was used in general stores, and another resembling a battery. In the background of one of the shots, the ability to support the pump, and the positioning of it held up
I just realized the Majuga battle music isn't changed. Alright, you're all fools. Never mind.
When they show up. Often those editing and other tasks all of a sudden, when they see things so I'm fairly certain the first is that the bit was all on the wall. Everything else involved in file one that's taking place at the very start of the game, because this Sky Island is meant to be the Breath of the Wild's equivalent of the Great Island. Let's go over all the evidence which suggests that this team started the game. But it comes marketing, you get that little scrap of information at the top, and give us but one location that is consistently present in trailers and screenshots is this tall building. It appeared in the second and third teaser, along with this screenshot posted following the fourth trailer, in the background of this presentation. Given how secretive the Zelda team is with the fact that this island is that this likely is a bit the fact that Link is fighting enemies with tree branches and not more powerful weapons than the ones he has also works. Tree branches are the earliest form of weapon Link acquires on the Great Plateau in Breath of the Wild. You could even say that this soldier construct is the equivalent to the goblins. Next, let's talk about the green vials on themselves. Up until now, he's always carried one. However, this belt appears to be more than even. Many of us believe that this was a sort of progression thing, which each dungeon can give another tier. It's difficult to make up given the compression, but some shots reveal that he can carry this vial out. More importantly, there's only one well coming from it. Thus, at the moment, vial. If this I also want to quickly mention that Monster Maze has his own little theory regarding the vials and how they relate to the battery system you see. So we'll probably have a video on that on the other channel in the next couple of days. Now let's talk about the patches. At the start of the presentation, the one worth investigating is this one in this one. It appears to be on top of Downland area. They spot the screen of Winston and Loki. Another camera confirms that this is the tower. Now look at that same spot when it is skydiving to the surface. All of a sudden, this tower is missing. The only way this could be possible is if
I forgot I still had bomb barrels equipped.
Where that tower is enough. Or, it's enough. Yeah, at least how it is. Now, consider this. The only towers we can see skydiving downward are those in close proximity to Sky Island currently on. So it seems as if this general location is the starting point of the kingdom. But the towers are visible.
Whoa. I forgot the Zalfos throw their weapons.
First off, we don't know if map data will be retrieved by these towers. But assuming that that is their purpose, perhaps our very happy to somehow raise these towers to the ground, which we can then finally obtain after. We didn't have to worry about this in Breath of the Wild, since activating the Great Plateau Tower made all the other ones rise up. But remember that only some of the towers are present in the skydive. Perhaps interacting with one of those odd patterns on the ground will raise close by towers or something. At this point, your guess is as good as mine. A couple nights ago, I was on a call with Monster Maze talking about the gameplay presentation, and there was something he brought up which I found interesting. All this time, we assumed that the shrines without the green spiral of energy were that way because they haven't yet been activated. But what if the reverse is true? Maybe the ones with the green spiral of energy are the ones that haven't
I got Chica skill again and nothing happened.
From a gameplay perspective, it would make sense.
Yeah, I think you need to upgrade them from Pura first, and then you can
now
get
let's take a look at the floating islands
skills,
shown on the gameplay presentation. If
which
this
is
the start of the game, then
pretty
we've
wacky.
already activated them prior to the showcase, explaining why these look as if they're off. But what if they're actually on? If the shrine icons work the same way as they did in Breath of the Wild, it being entirely blue means that Link has already activated the structure.
Ooh!
But there's more.
How does it have
supporting
shield
it.
circle?
On the surface, we see one of these shrines peaks, and unlike the others, this one has green energy.
Excuse
If
me?
this means that Link has activated it, why is there no icon on the map? In Breath of the Wild, there are 3 types of shrine icons. All orange means it hasn't yet been activated and thus can't be teleported to. Orange means the shrine's fast travel feature is enabled, however the puzzle itself hasn't been completed. And a fully blue icon is given to those that have both been activated and the puzzle inside also completed. In order for a shrine's icon to appear on Hyrule's map in Breath of the Wild, Link must get close enough to it. If the structure we see as was activated, then assuming that Tears of the Kingdom follows the same rules, there should be an icon on the map. All this to say that it further suggests this portion of the floating island is our Great Plateau. However, one thing that's
Going the
so
wrong way.
confusing about this is Link's health. Visually, he has 3 hearts at the start. However, he remains at 4 throughout the rotation. It's possible that he starts with 4 rather than 3, but another sort of also not picked up on. Okay, now that we've got that whole explanation, let's return to the skydiving observed for multiple years, and it also means that the friend our Korok is looking for may be related to this. Perhaps the Korok forest is now a sky island, or somewhere underground, or the deck.
You know, I'm just gonna use this and
next are these two spots
run.
at the surface. Some people wondered if they were holes surrounded by malice, and while it's hard to make out, the center of this mass looks kind of like it has that atmospheric perspective effect, where objects much farther away have a different color. But compared to the ground and what might be malice, the color in the middle is rather different. So it might just be a huge hole. Actually, this is not in the script, but I just realized something. It's also possible that these holes are where those pillars of malice emerge. Because in some of the trailers, you occasionally see those malice strands go upwards. So, because the hole is surrounded by malice, maybe the pillars are connected to that hole. You never know. I tried getting a similar angle with Looking Breath of the Wild, and nothing resembling this is visible on the ground. Next is a topic I touched on in the last trailer, and at the time it was a pretty big deal. Above the areas where the Lomé Labyrinth is used for massive closures to do. Almost
they have electric arrows.
The Hyrule Castle, facing
ダルケルの守り、い
But while
つでも
struggling
使
to
えるぜ。
I noticed this dark shadow to the left of the castle's roof. It's at the very back and has some edges. I'm almost 100% certain this is the And we can't forget the fact that it's also seen in the background of this shot taken from the recent trailer from close to Hyfleur Ruins. At the time,
Really?
but what if the reality is that the labyrinth is very close to begin with? The pieces of this trailer still suggest that they are somehow related to the Lomé Labyrinth. However, it seems clear that they are entirely constructed. The only explanation is that this is the shadow cast by the pyramids. Plus, there's no way to render a shadow so far. President Falls, we get a beautiful shot of the shadow reminiscent of the rest. So in fact, look at some older trailers. Well, I didn't have to look for too long, because in this shot with me coming across Hyrule, another pattern is visible on the ground. I went ahead and marked where this landmark was located in the gameplay demonstration, and tried to match up the shot with the one from the trailer. It's not perfect, but the same mountain shapes are visible. Notice how in both shots you can see the same stable to the right. So we know that these two are the same image. Now is it possible to make them match? Turns out all we need to do is take this one and rotate it. As you can see, they perfectly match. Another bit of footage which may have from this pattern at the very beginning, right before Enuma glides to the floating island. What may be another pattern is found on the wall of this cliff. Speaking of the sky island, notice how this part is much lower than the rest, and that the falling debris only goes far up the mountain for us to land at its bit. Recall how these types of blocks can be manipulated and altered, that there are 3 of them on this island. I wonder if we'll have to use them to solve some sort of puzzle to access this higher portion. We're nearing the end of this analysis, however, I did want to close off with some additional observations. You may have noticed storm clouds found above the Faron region, as well as others like this one in Ibra. Some flashes of lightning confirm that there are indeed floating islands inside of them. It makes sense, given how Faron is often plagued by lightning storms. Second is the name of the shield that has equipped in most of this game's trailers. Its name is Old Wooden Shield, which is rather odd since it appears to be in good condition. However, I assume that the word old is referencing the fact that who made this gear are an ancient civilization. 2 other things I want to mention come from this shot early first uses his ascend ability. 1, I find it odd that there's nothing in these buildings with altars as they're found all throughout the Sky Island. I wonder if they do have a special purpose, and that it's being kept a secret from us. Second is how, in 2 locations, you can see what appears to be broken down constructs. It reminds me of Skyward Sword's ancient robots.
Not bad.
It makes me wonder if perhaps there'll be a way to bring them back to life. At first, this got me
I'll buy some
excited
arrows
for
with
the
these.
possibility of time shift stuff in here. But then I realized that we technically do have a time manipulation power already. If we were able to use recall on these constructs, that would be really cool. Another comment that was made by Aruno was regarding the trees of the floating island. The trees are also It's a bit odd that he'd go out of his way to mention these, but perhaps it's somehow relevant to the origins of these sky islands. Even the color of the tree branches here are slightly different. Hopefully this means we'll be visiting entered in the sacred realm and tiers of the kingdom in order to keep the place the dragons go to. Lastly, I want to quickly highlight these areas with minecart roads, especially this one which sort of circles upward. And with that, I am finished with this analysis of the tiers of the kingdom gameplay presentation. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you want to see more Zelda content such as this, I do appreciate it.
It's nice croissant on his head. Use that and be able to get that power move. I don't know why it took me so many tries to do this. I forgot I died a 5th time. Easy skeezy would never, ever die 6 times in a row. And I promise you that it's not going to happen. We're going to take this guy. And there is no way I can die. I don't have all those coins I have to go and get. And I cannot believe that happened. So also at this point, I kind of just gave up on getting coins. And instead, we're just going to go for a different power move. Oh gosh, I forgot that he says Mom. What is this story? Anyways, after that amazing gameplay, we're going to head over to this one and not mess up that many times again. So right away, what we want to do is grab these Goombas, and we're going to have them pop on top of each other because we need a stack of 4 to open up a different area. We can also get that icicle to crash right now because we're going to need it to regardless before we hop on that, and that's going to open up that door. Or not really the door, I guess just a little way. We can grab that one. Then for here, since we do a flood, I don't do the normal move. We just go straight over to our other moon. And look, I'm redeeming myself, right? After that great gameplay. Carl, please stop saying Mom every time you do it. Okay, anyway, now we're going to the next area. It's going to be in this place where I'm going to get a little bomb. You know, sometimes Carl loves to throw bombs. Oh, also, I decided to do this. Look, I'm sorry to all the Yoshi lovers. I'm personally a Yoshi lover, but my audience was very angry at me, so I had to punish them. So we'll open up that one. Before we go up there, we're also going to have to get this right around the corner, and then we'll head back to your jetpack and kind of help us with that. Go into this place that we just opened up, and go into another boss fight. You know, the nice thing about the boss fight is that at least we can use Yoshi. That's what I guess. But to start out, we won't be using it. We're just going straight on hitting that guy. And I'm going to try to do this correctly. It's actually a lot harder on the ice because you slide and all that stuff, and as you can see right there. So yeah, normally you do not want to do this boss fight at all because it takes so much time, and it only gives you 1 power move instead of giving you a few. And then I guess also that can happen. But I was going to make sure that I was going to die here. Look, I've died so many times with this takedown. It's not happening another time. So we're getting a heart. We're going to hit this, and we're never going to let that happen again. So we go, land on his head. It's really not a hard boss fight. And yeah, that was definitely some of the best gameplay you've ever seen. Good for Carl. That's all he got to know. So for our next vote, we're kind of going for the one before to see. I'm not going to lie, I was running out of mods. And this time we chose no textures for CC, which what this one does is it deletes all the textures. So yeah, literally the description is like it gets rid of all the textures in the pack, so it's just whatever this is. The light is also a little bit annoying, I'm not going to lie, but don't worry, once we get under the water, we'll no longer be there. But before we get to that point, there are a few of these guys we have to take, like coming up here. You can do this movement without the jetpack, by the way, but it's a little bit easier with it. Then we want to jump down here, their jetpack to get a little more speed, and I accidentally went a little far because I was like, oh wait, I have to go through this fight. And that's going to give us this area, which apparently didn't delete the textures for this area. I mean, to be honest, it's probably easy to miss. So that one's going to be done too. Before now going back up into this direction, and we're going to see this tiny pool. And what we can do is just jump into here, but I did bump my head, so that's a little bit not enough height. So we'll try it one more time, and you know I always get everything first try, especially when I have a jetpack. But after this, we'll get that moved pretty easily. That's the movement we want to do. Then from here, we want to head out, and we're going over into this direction. We can also use our flood. It's actually been a while since
that's the last part of the map.
Up, just because when you're in really skinny areas, it's not too helpful because it takes a long time to charge up. But we can get all of those music notes, and that will spawn another moon. So a nice and easy one right there. Before now heading down here, and the nozzle is actually really nice for this because you can see we're going so fast. I like it. But we'll have to come over here and get a fish. Now, we don't really need the fish, but it will help us because it's a little bit more comfortable to move it. And also, we don't have to hold our breath forever and can just grab that if my fish actually wants to go in the right direction. Okay, to be honest, I shouldn't be blaming the fish. This is all on me. Everything's all on me. But now we're going to be heading over into this this tiny little cave where there's going to be a bunch of coins. And you know, these coins would have been really nice if we were in the previous level, but we actually don't need them anymore. So yeah, that could have been a very nice thing, but it just is what it is. Now we want to head over into here, do a couple of spins, get that moon right there, meaning there are only 3 more. One of these comes just from Dory. The next comes from this area where we want to spin a couple of times, we reveal a bunch of enemies, and then they're going to try to attack us, but I also don't have time to deal with them, so we will ignore them, spin in the middle, and now we'll reveal another moon. And finally, for our last moon, we're going to want to head over into this direction, and this one I remember actually being really hard to find with no textures, because we have to find a tiny hole in the wall. Finally, I was able to find it, but yeah, it was a little annoying. And we can go straight down to get our last light kingdom. And we're back, kingdom done, we're on to Luncheon, which means another last chance bow. And this time, we got moon gravity. Oh yeah, obviously we got rid of no textures. That would have gotten so annoying to have on the entire time. But moon gravity everywhere is
Getting
so
a turn break.
First of all, it makes a lot of this movement much easier. Instead of having to actually play the game, you can just jump high. It's pretty much
Tomorrow
a
and for the
version
next
of
few
high
days,
jump
I'm
we
a
had
free
earlier
man.
in the game. And look at that long jump, it just feels so good.
It's gonna
to
be
have
great.
gravity. But we can go grab that guy secondly. Then we want to ground pound, go up here, get some extra height, and it's time for another boss fight. But I don't even know if we can call this guy a boss. We've already fought him once, and he's pretty much the exact same thing. We use Yoshi to do some of the damage just for fun, and we can also hit his hat right there just for fun. But now we have to hop out.
Oh.
He is a little bit more awkward when you do have gravity, though. It's just a bit weird. But the nice thing is, when you're playing as Yoshi, you don't actually have moon gravity. Like, the game just doesn't register you being able to have Yoshi with moon gravity, which kind of makes sense. But that's going to be all the hits for him done. Sadly, the bunny only gives us a single power moon, but I guess, to be fair, we only really work a single power moon. And then head down here, which is going to have another door.
Never mind, the sheep goes to sleep.
Some area with a very
Skills work.
Wall, and yeah, super easy. We don't want to get the other moon here since it would take too much time though, so we leave. And from here, moon gravity is going to come in nice again because I can just go straight over here instead of having to do our normal platforming. And yeah, it just makes us jump so high. It might make us a little bit slower in the air, but I don't know. I feel like overall it's just faster. So that's good to have even when I do miss my ground every once in a while. So then we want to do a really long jump and also just fly. Oh, I forgot how nice having both gravity and flood together is. We can literally stay in the air forever. It's so good. And from here, we want to come down and we're going to grab one of these turnips. Are these turnips? There's something, but we're going to put that in the which is going to food. I wonder what the moons taste like and why we put it in the soup. But anyways, I'm not here to worry about that because we come straight over to this pole where we're going to ground pound that, get another moon, and then we'll jump all the way over here with a huge long jump inward with gravity, and then also get hit by the fire. But then after getting hit by the fire, and after that, where is that? Also, I forgot how funny Carl's scream is. I got hit twice just because I wanted to hear that. Okay, maybe I shouldn't be laughing at a child's scream. It just sounds so good. Look at it. It sounds so good. Okay, anyways, you're and I are going to use these fireballs. We can just go straight over here, over to the door. I kind of want to hear the scream again. I'm not going to lie, but don't worry. There will probably be more screams later. And this one is really interesting with gravity because we jump a lot higher than you normally would, but overall this stage doesn't really change too much. We still have the same general places we have to go, we just make it there a lot faster, besides this point where it's a little bit slower, but eventually we can make it. That's another one done. And then we're going to jump over here, use a long jump to make it straight over to this sub area, if I can actually get the moon in this sub area, and there we go. Now once we exit this area, I want to go straight for a ground pound. I was like, I probably don't need these fire things, and I can also hear his screams again. So, I love hearing his screams. Now I could have used flood after the first one, and only got hit once, but I just wanted to hear it twice. But that was also a very bad idea, because then this guy was following me, and I really couldn't get hit by him. And then I got hit by him. Yeah, a little bit of a time loss, but I also did not learn my lesson, because I decided I'm going to get hit by the fire twice again. And then I came down here, and I died. I'm so good at this game. And I know what you're thinking. Easy speasy. Surely you would not do it 3 times in a row. And you know, maybe I wouldn't in another world, but of course I am going to hear that scream twice. It's just too good. At the very least, I was able to actually kill the guy this time. So we were actually able to do what we needed to. Maybe wasted a little bit of time, but you gotta do what you gotta do to hear Carl's scream there. And by hitting that switch, that's going to open up another one of the story power moons. And we also see a Yoshi egg that is in perpetual dying. It just keeps appearing and then dying in the wrong spot. That's really sad. I mean, it's saved now, so I mean, that has to count for something. I'm also gonna grab him and see that that flag has a C for Carl. Beautiful. Maybe not as good as the Kirby one, but you gotta appreciate it. But anyways, using the fire on that torch, that's gonna give us another one of our moves. And then we want to jump all the way from here to the backside of the mountain if I'm actually able to. For some reason, like I said, I've lived through this already. I'm doing commentary right now, but I still was like, did I just die again? Well, to be fair, I've been dying a lot of this, so it wouldn't be the most out of character for me. But alright, that is all the hard work done. Now we just have 4 more moves, and 3 of those are going to be very once, because we just have to head up here, we can grab that ledge, and we can become this salt block of beam. No, yeah, this is beam. And we're just going to twitch around, which is going to cause the bird to come going to drop us down, where we can see that there is 3 power moves straight from taking, right after I hit again. But anyways, like I said, that's 3 power moves. And the easiest 3 power moves for me. I don't know why they decided to make these so easy, but
Why?
not like I'm going to complain. Now, there is more we would normally have to do to save the pick up, but I also don't really care about it. Instead, we're going over to the Scarecrow. This is one of the moves where we use our hat. We have to use the hat on the Scarecrow, but I have something else to cheat, which is both move gravity and flood. I don't really think we use that too much. Then finally, to end out the kingdom, we just go straight over to the ship. And yeah, that's another one done. And then time for another mode. Which we're really picked up. We did another last chance mode. And it was pretty easy for Shrek to win this one. Which, look at Shrek's beautiful face. You gotta love it. No, we don't get to see it for long because, yeah, this is what happens. Similar to Sonic the Hedgehog, the faces do not work for my game. I don't really know why, but, you know, it is what it is. Look, Shrek's track is best, please do not judge him. Anyways, for Marie Kingdom, this is pretty much just a Dark Souls boss fight, where we have to fight a dragon. And for this dragon fight, I'm actually going to use Yoshi, or at least I am in a bit. Oh yeah, here's where I go grab him, because I might as well use Yoshi, you know, actually give him some action. The people did vote for him. Even if they are booing me at every single opportunity, I gotta give them what they want. So Yoshi will be used in situations like this, and then we can go grab the rest of the team. That's going to be nice and easy. And then go hit the dragon in the head. Now our damage is back when we're at Yoshi, so I think that's probably because it was both Shrek and the Croissant trying to like battle each other for supremacy. I don't really know. But oh yeah, I also forgot that we killed Yoshi right there. I don't know why I did it. Man, I had something out for the audience this run. But I guess to be fair, they also had something out for me. So you know, of course, Yoshi again. So surely I'm not going to kill him yet. Never I would ever do that. Probably. Anyways, for this one, just like normal, we dodge the attacks a little bit. Get hit by some more of the attacks and make sure I don't die. And I didn't actually kill Yoshi this time. What a good guy I am. We will be killing this dragon though, and also try not to die by all of these guys. Please me, play the game. Actually be okay for once in your life. Even watching this back the second time, I got a little scared. But okay, that's gonna be our moves. But God, I did this. So instead of just going straight over to moves, that's some of the pretty moves from the Ruined Kingdom if I can actually grab them. Shrek, please. There we go. That's all we needed. And yeah, let's just move on. So our next boat is going to be our very last upgrade for the run. And right after this boat is a really cool one, so be ready for that. Anyways, they chose every animation faster, and the reason they decided to choose that was they all wanted to leave. Yeah, we've been in this game for a while, even longer than the timer says, because the timer is keeping track of the time we're actually in the game. But every time I switch out the mods, we spend an extra around like 4 to 5 minutes, so I can do that. Yeah, they've been here for a while. So every animation faster, you'll see what it does in just a second. Basically, every time we get a move, it becomes much faster. Now, you can't see it too much for the single moves, but when we get to the story moves, that's when it really comes into play. So yeah, we'll get that move from this first island, then go take this electricity as well. And we don't actually see how many moves we need for this place, because in the game, the story's like, oh yeah, we're gonna take out Bowser here, this is the last place we have to go. And then obviously we have to go to the moon after this. So yeah, we'll take out that dude, and this is going to be our story move, which is where you'll see what I'm talking about. So with every animation faster, now when we grab that, it just goes straight on. We don't have to wait out the entire cheering for getting the moon and stuff. It is so nice, especially because of how much time you spend in this cutscene. So I really hope that you make a Mario Odyssey 2. It'll make that stuff a lot faster, because I don't need that huge celebration every single time. But okay, we're in this this part now. We'll skip Yoshi just like normal. Or did I actually come back for Yoshi? Okay. You know, I for sure thought I skipped him there, but I was like, we can kind of use him, and we did there. And then he caused us to die. Okay, I caused us to die, but you know, I'm gonna blame him. Anyways, I'm not taking Yoshi ever again. That's what he gets for being a jerk. But we're gonna take all these moon fragments, a total of 5. And for this one, unfortunately, we can't skip it, even though it is a very long moon, because it's also a story moon to open up a door. We can bomb that thing, which is going to open up the 4th, and then we can use another bomb to open up this hole. We can stick our beak in it. That's gonna spawn a moon, and gonna be another one that we can nice and easy take. Then there's only one more moon fragment we have to get, which is gonna be straight up here. So we'll grab it after dealing with the moon gravity a bit, and we get to yet again see how beautiful animation skipping is. But just wait until we get a triple moon. That's when it really comes in nice. So from here, we're going straight back over to electricity. And we're going to skip this entire island. We could buy a moon. We could do another thing to get a moon. We're not going to worry about it because it's time for 2 different boss fights. Both with moon gravity, which is going to make them a little bit harder than they would have been without moon gravity. The first one is going to be this guy, which we took out right at the beginning of the game, so it shouldn't be too bad. With moon gravity hitting one of those hats out of all of them, I am surprised that I got it first try. I'll be completely honest on. Even I didn't think I would. But for the second time, unfortunately we did miss it, and I also lost track of where he was. So that's gonna lose a bit of time, but you know what happens. I just had to go through and hit all of the hats until finally we got the right one, which he really didn't want to show up. But after a bit, we were able to get him. He's gonna do his collapsing move, and we can hit that nice and easy. That's going to destroy one of the Bowser statues, but the sad thing about this fight is we have to do 2 fights to get a single move. So yeah, that's twice the work as usual. Kind of sucks. But for her, all we have to do is go and hit the bombs back at her, then hit her head. She's going to use this move where we want to hit the bomb at her again. Pretty much just do that over and over again. She's going to go hit herself back up. I get hit by that, which isn't perfect. All we have to do is hit the bomb back at her one more time. We can do it right there. I collapse into that. And that is going to be both of those bosses done. And get another Bowser statue. Right. So yeah, time to grab the power moon and see how fast it is.
I just have a feeling this will be useful.
Always gotta love it. So from here, we only have a little bit longer to go.
Yes, well, give it a use.
Power up again. You know, we don't see it too often because oftentimes it's just not really necessary. It's always nice. And we'll be going straight up to the top. From here, I don't think there's any more power moves we have to get until the end. Also, I keep calling these power moves. That is their name, right? I know it's like Power Stars, so I think they're power moves, but maybe I'm embarrassing myself. Let me know in the comments. Anyways, we're going to use our bird to jump up all these places, just cleaning ourselves up slowly but surely. I also decided, hey, you know, I haven't killed Yoshi in a while. I might as well do it right there. I'm so sorry. Anyways, I got the wall, so I'm gonna take a couple of jumps. Missed that one. Probably karma.
Should have known that wouldn't work.
It doesn't deserve it, I know. But we make it up there, and now we go on to the boss fight. This boss fight is going to be very fun, especially since we have both blood and gravity, and also the ego of But okay, we can now go all the way up here to this amazing looking castle. We don't really get to see it, but now it's time for this one. Robot, we got to collapse it. Power up again, bomb back down. Now with gravity and right on and trying to hit his person, get off, and that is going to be number 2. Then of course, you don't have to wait those little temperatures right here. Like, oh, stop hurting me, it hurts so much. It's like, man, I don't care. So we can't hit any of the people right here we want. And then after that, he goes to the speed and those rip things. I don't know who we're trying to hit. Not me at all. It's kind of hard because I time it right. And I barely messed it up there because I grabbed onto the line. That kind of sucks. But that's fine, I was going to try again. And then I messed up again. And the good thing was, because of flood, the mess up wasn't that bad. I had to hit this guy here. I went for it, and you know, Moon Gravity was going to make it faster. So I decided to do that. But at this point, I was angry. I was like, I'm not going to do it again. Got it the third time. And there's only one more guy going out. I probably just took the person out on the top of the robot last. Because, yeah, that would have been smart. But we got to do the redo, which I was able to get working again. And that means all that stuff. We also get to take a look at Shrek. Gotta love his face. I don't know why I paused it. And finally, we get to see the triple moon, which just look how fast that is. I don't know why this is like but it's not like I'm gonna complain about this. Oh yeah, also we have to ship now. I can keep track. But yeah, this is also much faster. You don't have to wait on the entire cutscene. I usually have this power up on the entire time.
Told
But
ya.
that's going to be Bowser's Kingdom, and now all that is left is Prince's Kingdom. Which for this last vote, we decided we should save Princess Peach, and by a very, very tall margin, Mario with a really tall top hat won. The thing about Mario with a really tall top hat, though, is we don't get him right away. He's not just a natural costume. Instead, we have to go to Cap Kingdom. So we can fly all the way back there, just abandoning Princess Peach. And to get the really tall top hat, we have to get some of this kingdom's coins. And I'm going to be honest, I had no idea where they were. By the way, Moon Gravity is off here. Because basically, we have Moon Gravity on during the then there's no
Cool.
gravity.
Never
So
gotten
yeah,
one
just a
before,
second, there
apparently.
will be no Moon Gravity. But anyways, here's the thing we have to get. We have to buy the black top hat, which is going to be 5 points. So I had to search for where those 5 points were. And I
I'm
just
on
saw
my
them
last
looking
fairy.
back, and I completely missed those. But then I saw those ones all the way in the distance. And I was like, well, I guess I gotta go jetpack my way all the way over there. There were ones much closer, but I decided not to get them. But I did want to finish out the entire outfit, so I was like, you know, maybe we'll see if we can get enough points. So I decided to come over there, and I was like, ooh, 4 points. I don't know how
Am I
much the other part
permanently
of the
stuck
outfit
at
is,
4
but
keys or
I guess
what?
we'll take those. And I only got 13. Big spoiler alert, is not going to be enough. So yeah, at this point, I decided to go for the crazy cap. Saw that it was 10, and I was like, you know what? I'm just going to get the top out. And it is time for you to see how beautiful this thing is. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so now we have this really tall top hat stack, which just is all over the place. I don't even know how long this thing is. I'm so happy this one got picked. But alright, time to head back and actually go save Princess Peach. So yeah, we have all the same abilities we had before. We have everything going for us, and we also have a really tall top hat. So this is probably the greatest end of any video game ever. So I tried to do a long jump from here.
Okay, no. I just happen to be very good at getting.
I will say,
I just happen to keep getting lucky.
Did not have enough time to be able to get over there. Could have done it, but yeah, that was.
Right, I need to remember to keep at least one key.
God. Did Carl just scream because of that? I didn't know he would scream for that too. I'm just hearing that back in the recording. I don't think I even heard that when I was playing the game. Anyways, we're gonna do the jump, which basically what we have to do for this is line ourselves up. It's especially hard with our really long top hat. Jump, get happy, jump off of the wall, and then realize that I messed up. Yeah, so we'll try that one more time. Like I said, do a ground pound jump, throw happy, try to hit this part of the wall, then get another wall jump right there. And again, I messed it up. Yeah, I was very prepared for this one, but third time we try, and by third time, I mean we're just gonna cheat it.
Here we go.
Just gonna use flood, man. You know, you gotta do what you gotta do. We gotta save Princess Peach, and we gotta end up. So yeah, it is time to go and ruin a wedding, because Mario just hates holy matrimony, I guess. Look how beautiful that cutscene is. I was like, I kinda wanna see Mario's face in this. It was worth every penny. Or I guess I didn't spend any money on it. You know what I meant. It was worth everything. Anyways, it's time to fight Bowser again. And this one is going to be interesting. Because, first of all, we have the real
Should have switched
top
to
out, which
wearing something a little more defensive. Well, it's too late now.
So yeah, we have to hit him 3 times just like normal. But this time, what he's going to do is try to hit us back.
I do have the defense buff, so.
And that one wasn't very hard. For some reason, I thought I was going to mess that up. And then I also teabagged. I don't know if I was teabagging at this point, but you know, I was teabagging somebody. We're also going to grab Yoshi because, you know, life is fun and we work together with our boy, but we're all going to work together with him so much. Now he's going to use this move again, which we have to go get into that. And did I mess this one up? I think I did. Okay, at least I grabbed the hat, but I just barely missed Bowser, so that's kind of sad. Like, there's a million things going through my brain, like, wow, I really don't want to mess this up. But now it's time to hit Bowser again. Did I mess this one up? No, please. I did mess that one up, but I was thinking about how did I forget it? Okay, anyways, it doesn't matter. We're gonna hit him again. Hit him the first time. Do a second jump, and then we hit him again. That's like second bit. And thankfully, there was also a heart over here, so I was like,
Okay, it seems Master Koga is normal.
She was a bit far away though. I still did want to take him, and I was not able to. Sorry, Yoshi.
Thank
Sorry,
freaking fuck. I really don't want to deal with that bullshit Koga.
So let's just hope I can actually do this one correctly. I am back.
The stealth section was already enough for me, honestly. Koga didn't need to be the cherry on top.
No, it's fine. We're just gonna get that one. Do I do it correctly this time? No. I don't even try. It's fine though. To end off this fight, we're gonna hit him with that one. I was kind of messing up. I think I was tired of shaking my controller so much. Jump 3 times, hit him again, does another hit, and then we can finally jump over that and defeat Bowser. What this is going to do is going to a pretty peculiar situation where the entire place is now dying. Now before doing anything, you already know what I have to do. I am a monster. Anyways, we're gonna take Bowser, and by the way, Bowser looks super cool when you're using him in this version. Like, I love that restriction Dark Bowser. Definitely a good addition. Anyways, this is going to be just like normal. Hold on, I know what old people want skip. And you know what? I'm gonna do it. I might not put them all in, but I'm gonna try. And I'm also gonna mess up the game. Mess data, so we won't fail on skip. That's what you gotta think about. So anyways, we just gotta escape this terrifying place. So many things trying to kill us. So we're gonna open up this section, which actually is the first time we went into this section. And Bowser looks really cool. Just look at him. He's blue and stuff. It looks awesome. And if you don't know what XP skip is, basically it's a skip that saves no time. But we do it anyway. Because why not? So all we want to do is jump here, jump there, and we want to make this jump here. Mess that up and kills you, but I was actually able to do the first try, so yeah, good for me. You know, sometimes you just gotta do the XP. Anyways, yeah,
The motion control is drifting.
Fireballs as much as possible, because that's like break the path. And then we will also see this place where I just barely got the water, and finally get into the very last part. So here we want to go up the middle part, and to do that, we have to destroy all of the things around us. We gotta get the pillars one by one. So yeah, we'll first use our fireballs on that right one, and that will do some damage to those, and then we'll come straight over to that one. And pretty much the entire time that we're not close to one of the pillars, we're gonna want to be hitting fireballs to help us take out these pillars faster. Which I'm actually doing this better than I think I ever have before. I'm usually not this good with my fireballs, but I guess I was just feeling it this time, you know? Finally, my audience was kind of cheering for me, I think. I actually don't remember if they were or not, but I think they just wanted the run to be they were ready to go home. So we were able to crack this open and also crack this part open. And finally, once all that's done, all we have to do is go into the pole. And it actually happens right away after the fast animation, so that's gonna be time. Yeah! Finally! That took forever! Ready for try number 2! Which, by the way, these cutscenes with Mario and Peach, not bad. So good. And also with the no face. I think she probably should have choose Mario if she's gonna choose one at this point. But alright, that's the run. Subscribe to the channel.
Did we ever actually learn what the secret technique was? Koga just kinda died. Maybe in Age of Calamity. Master Koga gives us a skill. Cool. I suppose that's worth it. I don't feel the speed up. Oh! That no longer requires a key. That is very nice. I should probably just teleport out of here. But I want to complete the map and it's not exactly that far away. Well, the only way to get Master Koga to be harder, Dark Army Resurrection styles for everyone else to be harder. And I just don't want to deal with that. Yeah, did I get an ancient arrow? I sure did. As a matter of fact, I think I'm slower now. How does that even happen?
Rifa の祈り、いつでも使えるよ。
I'm supposed to have faster run speed, but again, my run speed just feels slower now. Maybe Hyrule Rebalance is conflicting. If so, that kinda sucks. Oh boy. That's just a mono pyro team, you're not actually melting. Or mono cryo, I mean. Come on, that's cheating. Still good, but come on. Where is the Shangling?
Ah. Oh. Ha. Hmm. Oh. Hmm. Oh.
Oops.
That's something fun and wild like this for everyone. They are definitely not trying to throw these features in our face. And yes, you're going to find out what exactly is going on with my
Might as
limbs
well
here in
wait
just
it
a
out.
second. But first of all, another cheeky subscribe plug. Yes, the snapshots, the pre-releases and update videos are what I cover here on my channel, so if you want to make sure you don't miss these videos, hit that subscribe button. So, thank you for doing that, and what you're currently looking at is flailing mode. This is a vote rule with a variety of different outputs. For example, we've now got mild flailing, and as you saw at the beginning of the video, we got windmill mode. This one is referred to as wild, and then we have limbs all over the place, which is just extreme. And this is all simply a reference to the very early days of Minecraft, where Steve used to roam around the world, flailing his limbs all over the place. So I have many things to show you, but we're going to start by going back to the moon. This is because there are actually multiple ways to get there, and one of them involves unlocking air blocks. These air blocks are craftable with glass bottles, and with just 10 of them, you can take a cow on a ride to the moon. You just have to feed the cow, and each time it gets bigger, and when it reaches the 10th level, you'll then be riding the cow, and the cow might be spinning, like this one. And now you can see that the ascent has started. We are high up in the sky and making our way to the moon. Another way to get to the moon is with balloons. This one is super cute. You'll need to find 3 bees and leash them. You're going to start to drift up into the sky. It's certainly a slower way to the moon, but have you noticed how the Earth looks different this time? That's because of the world shape rule. As you can see, we've got a circular Earth here. And the 4th one is my absolute favourite. Yes, that is a giant teapot. Now, my friends, I really want a cup of tea. And last time we saw the moon in creative mode, and if
I
you're
don't
in
really know what
survival,
else to do
you
while
need
I'm
air
waiting.
to survive. As you can see, the bubble meter above the hunger is showing us this. And this is a feature that allows you to make airlocks of things. If we go into this space here, we can deploy some packed air, which we get by crafting the air. And I showed you what this did last time, however now it creates
you know what?
an area inside of here in which we can breathe, and you can see like our little breath meter goes away. And with the Insta Cheese rule, you'll be able to place cheese blocks from a bucket of milk like so. And do you remember this old thing? This animation is apparently not hard-coded into the game, which leads me to suspect everything you're seeing might be possible with a data pack using the new display entity features and whatnot. It's super cool, but there's a secret here that I missed. There are green shulker boxes. These have even better supplies inside of them. And if you want to come here in survival, they're going to be super useful. And as I suspected, the loot tables of these chests are designed to allow you to recreate many of the different farms that you would create in the overworld. So if you legitimately want to play on the moon and do all the Minecrafty things that you do in the overworld, it's all possible. You can also die on the moon if you run out of air, and you'll get this fancy death message. And when back in the overworld, if you miss the moon's gravity, there is a rule called less gravity that swaps the gravity of the overworld and the moon. There's also a rule that makes the moon really big in the overworld, and its gravity is pulling me in. And look at this, its pull has now gotten a little bit stronger. And you actually get pulled towards it, which is an interesting way to get to the moon as well. Oh, and now we're getting pulled in this direction. Oh, this is what it's like when it's set to its maximum size. Because I was in creative mode, you might not
Wow,
realise
those
that
legs
the
don't
pull
look
was
very
not me
comfortable.
flying around in creative. Look, I'm in survival. This next one is wild, and it's for all the redstoners out there. Let me introduce to you what's known as chainstone. Although to get access to this, the rule is simply called sticky. And this, my friends, is simply a mod idea introduced by Nembomb over 2 years ago, and he called it chainstone, which is a really cool name. Now that Nembomb is a developer at Mojang, it's no surprise to see this one in here, but it's a beautiful surprise. First of all, let's just go over how slime blocks work. Wait, am I going mad? Why are these two like connecting like that? Like I said at the beginning of this video, this stuff is just thrown in and it'll have all sorts of bugs and quirks. Anyways, I wanted to demonstrate how honey and slime blocks stick to other blocks and how they don't stick to each other. But chains, the key ingredient of chainstone, can do the same thing. Except the key difference here is that it doesn't stick to what's on the side of it, so it can move the block attached to the end, but not the one on the side of it. And like slime blocks, this stuff can connect around corners too if you use the correct blocks. And again, it's not attached to the sides of this block up here. Another example is that we have a block below that doesn't get stuck because the edges of the chain are on either sign. And yeah, there's definitely some like quirkiness here. I think something also changed with the sticky pistons. Oh yeah, look at this, here we go. Their stickiness is now properly sticky. Interesting. So there was that additional change too. And when I set this up in the beginning, I didn't actually have Chainstone enabled yet, which explains why that behaved differently. So it wasn't a bug after all.
Drifting is
Anyways,
still happening.
Chainstone is absolutely amazing, and if you're a redstone and doing advanced stuff, you'll probably come up with endless ideas to use this. It's a very powerful feature. Now I wanted to show you 3 interesting things from the Minecraft Reddit community, and since we're on the topic of redstone, this would be a great place to start using some of the things that are now possible in this update. Someone has created a fully functional tunnel wall. Collects drops, places torches, and a bridge wherever it goes. This, my friends, is a very satisfying contraption that takes advantage of that new pickaxe block, and I think the place block too, of course. That's how the torches and the spruce blocks are getting placed. So yeah, shout out to Mayday Minecraft Tunnel. I think they might have made that account just for this video. Oh, and a little bit of further information here. They didn't increase the push limit or use the movable block entities rule. This next showcase is from Mackie Chess, and it's a building made entirely out of cheese blocks, which just looks fantastic. I really hope they find a way to bring this block to
There we go. I recalibrated.
Credit to I Can't Pause Reddit for sharing this amazing discovery. Any entity can have another mob's AI. So this boat has the AI of another entity.
Is
And I
this-
believe in that video was actually a horse. But
Alright.
these ones are chickens. Oh yeah, look at that, chicken club. The way this command works is that you first of all summon the entity you want it to be, and then with this big tag right here, it's at the end that you select the entity you want it to appear as. Honestly, what did you think I was going to do? Of course it's going to be a wither. And when we swap those around, we've now got a mental chicken going around wrecking the place. Now I could spend all day coming up with funny combinations, but what I want you to do is comment down below and let me know what you think each of these are. Okay, this one's a bit too obvious, isn't it? You know exactly what these are. This one is definitely a little bit more tricky. I assure you, these are not regular drowns. Alright, there's a clue here. Can you figure it out? What mob is that Ender Dragon? These ain't no normal Ravagers, my friends. No, they are not. Well, you probably already know, but now you definitely know. If I continue to drift around with this, the video's never going to get finished. Let's now move on to some other interesting rules. You know about this little Easter egg, right? Usually reserved for these fellas. Oh, but it's different. This time, it'll work on anything, so it's not quite as delightful. What about a bee? What about a gas? A disco gas? Maybe even a disco ball? What should I say to you? Minecraft. What about an armor stand? Yep, I think you get the point by now. This next one, I'm very so glad that I am in creative mode. Boat collisions are a thing and they cause explosions. I think this is a reference to a very long time ago where boats in Minecraft were very finicky and could break very easily. There is also rowing up that hill, allowing boats to ascend walls. Just how toolable you might wonder. Let's find out. Oh, apparently this tool. How about a real test? 100 blocks. Just like that, we're now at the top. There is also Dream Mode, which applies this blue to the world. It's very subtle. When I tap F4, it causes this bizarre flickering. I think that is subtly increasing the bloom effect here. The Dream Mode is also reported to do all of these things too, increasing the loot from Piglin Bartering, stopping lightning from striking a player, multiplying the player's luck attribute, doubling the effectiveness of enchantments, and decreasing the phantom spawn frequency. All of that is true, then it seems like this is a reference to Dream speedrun controversy, which I won't get into, but that seems to be what they're referring to with this mode. I would just like to clarify that I am definitely not sleeping in a bed right now. In fact, I think the beds are moving. Yes, the beds are alive. No, they're actually just banners. There's a rule to turn banners into beds. There's also a rule to swap how they work, so I can't get in the bed. But I can if it's daytime. It will let me sleep now. And look at that, it advances the time to nighttime. Now for a couple of rather evil and mischievous rules. What if lava could spread of its own free will? Just keep spreading and spreading. It's actually just spreading into more lava source blocks. I might need to leave the area. This is probably going to slowly cause a lot of lag. Oh god, I've literally
If this
created
isn't
a
a
lot.
weapon, I'll
So
go
I
to
now
Robbie
have
after
the
he buys
evil
me.
eyes, which unfortunately
gear.
don't make my eyes red. That would have been a cool
It is a
detail,
weapon,
in
but it
survival mode,
sucks.
your reach extends as far as you like into the distance, and you can instantly break the block. This includes entities too. I'm looking at you, Cal. Oh, goodbye. Yep. I can go around interacting with things at any distance. I'll chop down this tree, I can do it right here. Oh my god, look at that tree over there. It's getting absolutely wrecked. Players are undead. Yep, this one's evil too, but not quite like before. I don't want to be out in the sunlight. I need to find some shade. Yeah, this one essentially makes the player like an undead mob, which would actually make for a really interesting survival challenge. Applied a world of giants. This simply makes every entity in the world really big. And it definitely looks rather amusing. Look at these sheep hanging out. They're like as big as the trees. Oh my god, look at the Enderman. Oh dear, there's more lava nearby, but luckily there is a fire sponge rule, which makes sponges work like they do with water against lava. And now for some explosive changes. There's a rule called TNT Tennis that allows an ignited TNT to interact with the knockback effect, so you can play TNT tennis with your friends. This next one is called Exploding Phantoms. Oh, they explode on contact. Good thing I have my cheaty resist effect. And last of all, Flint Sploder will allow you to ignite any block. Yep, any block can be ignited, as you're seeing right here. Oh my god, giant chicken! Oh, it works on Bedrock. It works on Bedrock. 5, move like a Morrowind power gamer. Yes, these next ones will make you rather OP. Oh my goodness me, look at that animation. Jeez, oh, I'm over here now. What about fishing, eh? Well, there's a rule to buff fishing. Personally, I think this is a reference to the old AFK fishing farms, which I am known of for my tutorials on how to build these. Also, this seems to set you on fire if you're on land. It's so cheating. Now it gets worse because you can fish anything, and now it's just giving me random items every single time. My inventory's already full of fishing junk. Yeah, obviously these ones are very silly. There is a rule that makes bees glow and give them this delightful particle effect. And now for a few things that I've already shown you, but details that I missed in the last video. The place block can actually pull from a container behind it. The Midas Touch that I showed you also works on entities when you collide with them. Well, I guess I've got to be quick about this. Let's get a warden, let's turn it into a golden warden. And then a classic creeper, now a golden. I didn't actually show you this bottle of void, but we saw some of the things that it creates when you right click onto an entity. It gives you a bottle of creeper like you've seen before. Entity. It seems to have remembered it was golden. And if you want to return to normal, just click another one. And there you go. And also, the tail that you see right here has a secret. The type of tail you have as a player comes from your UUID. And that UUID then refers to the leg of a mob in the game, and I think I might be the zombie boss. Last of all, let's talk about the Aether Dimension. This was created a long time ago by King B-Dogs, who is now a developer over Minecraft. And for the longest time, people have tried to create this portal in the game with no luck. There is now a rule to fix this. And once enabled, if you go to the Aether, well, you might remember in my video we had some trouble, but now that we got the full portal, let's go through, and we get teleported up the top again. So yes, error 404, terrain not found. That's actually a joke. I completely misunderstood it and thought that I'd encountered an actual error. So the dealio here is that it's just a reference to the game and a fun little joke. Here's a question. Do you think they should add the Aether mod to Minecraft? Anyways, that's the end of the video from me. So if you enjoyed it, be sure to leave a like, and I'll see you soon in the week, hopefully with another snapshot video.
I'm thinking on getting another claim, on getting another beast, but haven't tried out the spear yet. That might be funny. It'll certainly be convenient. Sure. Damn. Here we go.
I'm not really sure how that affects anything. I don't know if that would change anything.
Hi.
Oh, try it. That's the reason why,
Basa.
I don't know why it recorded.
Ah. Hi.
Oh,
Wanna go first?
okay, I'm kind of convinced last time was like a panic blood moon or
Yeah, I'll
something.
Okay.
So I'm actually not gonna change anything. Also, the next time a blood moon actually happens, I'm going to have to enable everything. Apart from with the Molduga being an exception.
Nope, I'll go ahead and then, you know, the horse will death fire. But I get a comment on my book tutorial.
That may as well get a nice 15 hearts.
So I just use the horse. Like, well, it's actually possible, but I haven't actually gone to check. Never use horses. So,
Alright. Whoa. Well, this sure is effective.
In here.
But I should refrain from using those.
Violent.
I should sell those gears.
Sabo.
What was the time? Or over.
Ah.
No.
Hmm. Hmm. Eh? Ah. Eh?
Get rid of some clutter.
Grabbing a bunch of
Ah.
Did that give you ragdoll? I guess probably not. I think sometimes when that happens.
Eh?
No.
Ah.
Okay, I see. And then, I think. I was thinking shield would break and then. Like, not. Yeah, it's not a run killer. That is pretty unfortunate. Well, you probably would have gotten that dark explode anyway. You did anyway. The classic. Ebola. Some stuff eBay. But yeah. That's what I'm doing. Yeah. Oh, you have to buy them from a shady man. Put up shop. Sure.
Wow.
Like,
beginning of the route, I was made run. I feel like every single time I finished Calamity, I got an inversion. Then I went and like checked other people's runs. Like, no, and everybody had these bad load. Then the old route and then no. Like, it's just been cute. Be faster, but there have been a couple of times where I've had these like I remember old Let's Go route. Like muscle memory had like changed slightly during TPGs, I guess. You don't think right stick for a bit, the camera will like shift a bit. Like jumps. I'm just straight for like Maggie. I was used to it not moving for Maggie, but all of a sudden it started doing it. I have no idea why. I was like, I can't do it. Maggie. They're like jumping.
I'm getting sleepy. I think I'll go to sleep early. I'm just gonna go complete this quest before I do.
Hey.
サボった。 あ、
Actually go for the bomber. Like, where I tried it. Before you grab bomb arrows. What?
Sav. こっちだリンク。
No more zooming.
Sail. Maybe what?
だから離れるな。甘い。はっ足を狙えリンク。いいぞ。離れるなよリンク。行くぞ。当てる。離れるなよリンク。なっ後期到来。いいぞ。よーし。離れるなよリンク。今がチャンスだ。リンク。
Sandwich and the coffee. No. Classic.
「わらわではナボリスを鎮めることができぬ。ここからはそなたに託すしかない。リンク、頼んだぞ。
夏あんたは必ずここに来る。ガノンに乗っ取られたこのナボリスを。じゃあまず内部の構造を示したマップを手に入れるんだ。
And we just might just need a different.
あれがマップの情報が入った誘導石だ。あそこへ行くんだよ。